Ode to a Nameless Martyr. There's a few different ideas that I'm getting in my mind before listening to this, but I'm Corey, Everything Fantasy. I'm a music composer for video games. I have my keyboard in front of me. I'm going to use it to help analyze and to break things down. I've got the lyrics up in front of me already because I just assume there'd be lyrics to this. It feels like every song someone suggests is a song with lyrics in it. But let's get into this. Is this maybe I'm reading too much into the image itself, but I'm wondering, are we going to get really intense, or is it going to be a bit more emotive, stripped back?
Was it real? Was it mine? Was it worth it?
Okay. So far we have something like which is so conflicting. It almost feels there's a surreal feeling to this that I get so far. And that's even without necessarily seeing the was it real, was it mine, was it worth it?
Sometimes I feel like a player that's stressed and frets by the scripts. All I know is my desire and my love won't fade. I'll set a fire, burn fears to ashes. Put some petals on my chest, right on the tear.
You know, one thing I find really interesting. So we're in the key of C minor. So the beginning of that felt really distant and big and hollow sounding. A kind of like a and then cut off all of that distant reverberating sound, and we just have the piano, a solo vocalist, and the bass. It's such an interesting contrast.
I would just fall into that sunset with the rest to see. I'm a vessel, done its best to contain their schemes. Now all sounds are drowning with me. Through those remote shadows, struggles, models, clearly I saw my way to the destiny. There is something no one can take from me. All my laurel, my sword, my medals, and corrosive foam. I have left my fingerprints. Pen slipped away in the heartbeat. I think I finally found my peace.
Before we go into the next verse, I love just the repeat of that. I'm curious if we're ever going to go back into the kind of the distant, hollow, echoey section that we heard in the beginning. It feels like it's lending itself to that. This piece is taking us on a journey so far. That felt like one part of the climax of that journey. That chorus, I think it's a chorus section. It must have been. But it feels like we're going to kind of be taken back from that idea of the security of having the many vocalists, the intense parts of the electric guitar, for instance, as well as the bass and the drum kit too. I feel like there's going to come a point where all of that is stripped away again. Oh, that's kind of it on some level. How How does that chord make you feel? To me, there's a melancholic feeling to it. Like I want to feel happy, but I don't at the same time. I just can't quite feel completely at ease for some reason. And I'm getting that feeling from the piece itself. Like, I want to feel at ease, but I just can't.
All the medals on my chest are glimmering. A flash of light burns my eyes, making me ponder again. I burn a cloud with all the feel in my veins, but somehow I linger and die.
So before we go into the chorus again, there are two things I want to mention here. I love the simplicity of the drum beat. Before it's very poppy, pop rocky in a sense, but at the same time, it works really well alongside the electric guitar and the bass. It's that kind of thing. The electric guitar was the thing that I found really, really interesting. Just it almost like it's a moment of intensity to give space for the vocals in a sense. Let's go back into the chorus. Do you know how amazing it is? But blazing till the last minute, followed by electric guitar solo. That's cool. That's cool, man. I don't care. That's cool. And yeah, this whole idea of like, the thing I mentioned earlier, like I don't feel completely settled listening to this. I almost get like, I was gonna give a comparison to another video game, but I'd be spoiling the ending of the game. But I'm imagining like a soldier getting to the end of a fight, like the end of a long war or something, and they know they're gonna die. They know they're gonna die 100%, but they're still like shooting away and fighting on their own just to the last dying breath. That's what I'm getting from it. I don't get the feeling of somebody surviving from this.
To the destiny, there is something no one can take from me. All the bruises of the dust that lead me to solution to my dozen deepest fears. Glory's not all about winning, but blazing till we last
Oh, I love this is really, really subtle. I don't know if you could catch it there, but there was a echo on the piano, which was a bit more up front, but there was an echo on the vocals as well. I think it was the O thing at the end. That was really nice. I like the. That almost feels like the dying breath sort of thing that I mentioned before. That was such a cool piece of music. Such a cool piece of music. You guys always know how to suggest the best. One thing I do want to check is. No, I was checking if the person who sent it made a comment or anything, but I'd love to know your comments in the. I'd love to know your comments in the comments. Until next time, thanks for watching and take care.